Welcome back. In the last session, we have discussed in detail the preparation of statement of affairs, that is, opening statement of affairs and closing statement of affairs, and preparation of statement of profit or loss for the year from practical point of view. Let us discuss about the further practical aspects with regard to the same topic. Next one, preparation of statement of profit or loss when expenses, incomes and adjustments are given. Previously we have learned about preparation of statement of profit or loss. In that case, you will be given opening capital, you will be given closing capital, and in that case you will be dealing with the drawings during the year. You will be dealing with additional capital introduced during the year. By adjusting all these, you will get profit or loss during the period. But in such a question, if you are given information about incomes or expenses during the year, or any adjustments with regard to that, how you are going to find out the profit or loss? That is a factor which we are going to learn in this session. When expenses, incomes and adjustments are given, these should be adjusted to the profit made during the year to ascertain the net profit or net loss. The procedure will be discussed as follows. So how we are going to deal is that we all know that in the double entry system, you are preparing trading and profit and loss account, where trading account is prepared to know the gross profit. After that, profit and loss account is prepared to know the net profit or net loss. Similarly, the same pattern is also followed here, but in the statement of profit or loss, we have learned that first of all we will begin with closing capital. You will add drawings during the year, you will deduct any additional capital, and finally if you deduct the opening capital from the balance, you will get profit or loss. But in this situation, you have to adjust some additional items such as expenses and incomes. So let us discuss before we go to discuss in detail regarding that, you need to have some idea about what are the expenses which you are going to deal in a question, and what are the incomes which we are going to deal. It is almost simple. We all know what is meant by expenses and what is meant by incomes. So expenses, we all know what is meant by expenses: certain amount which has been spent by the business or businessman during the period as a part of smooth operations of the business. That is known as expenses. So some of the expenses are as follows, such as salary, interest on capital, provision for bad debts, outstanding expenses, income received in advance, and depreciation. Here in these expenses, remember these two terms: outstanding expenses. Outstanding expenses doesn't means have an issue regarding the practical case because it's an expense. But income received in advance, consider it as an expense. Depreciation, consider it as an expense. So remember these terms: salary, interest on capital, provision for bad debts, outstanding expenses, income received in advance, and depreciation. So whenever you come across these items, you have to deduct it from gross profit. So we all know what is meant by gross profit, but in single entry system, where we are going to deal the gross profit, how we are going to identify gross profit? The thing is, in the previous session we have learned how to find profit or loss during the period on the basis of statement of profit or loss. That is, from the closing capital you will be adjusting drawings, additional capital, and from that you will deduct opening capital. Then you will get a profit or loss during the period. That profit is known as gross profit. So once you found out that profit, and in the question is if any of these items are there, you need to deduct from the gross profit in order to get the net profit during the year of a business concern that follow a single entry system. So while preparing a statement of profit or loss, if you come across gross loss means if you deduct the opening capital from those items, you will get a negative value. If you are getting a negative value, that is known as gross loss. So from the gross loss, you need to add back these items. So this is with regard to the expenses that has to be adjusted with gross profit or loss. Next one. In the question you may come across incomes also. So you need to familiarize the types of incomes you may come across in a question. Different types of incomes are interest on drawings, outstanding income, provision for discount on creditors, prepaid expenses. So whenever you deal with a question where income details of incomes are given, similarly, just like the gross profit and gross loss adjusted in case of a expenses, in case of incomes also you have to adjust. So if these incomes, any of these items comes in a question, and if you get a gross profit, you need to add these items with gross profit. If you get gross loss, you need to deduct these items from gross loss. So why we are adding this deducting from gross profit, gross loss like that? Because if you adjust accordingly in gross profit or gross loss, you will get net profit or net loss during the period. That is the concept of preparation of statement of profit or loss when expenses and incomes or any adjustment with regard to that comes. So let us discuss a case, then you will get a clear picture regarding that. Next one. Case. A question. A businessman keeps his books by the single entry method. Find out his profit for the period. Details of his books are given. Assets and liabilities 1st April 2016 and 31st March 2017. So it's a opening balance. This one is closing balance. Bank opening and closing is given. Cash also opening and closing is given. Debtors opening and closing is given. Creditors opening and closing is given. Stock is also there. Plant and machinery, furniture and fixtures, and apart from that, some additional information is also there. That is, he had withdrawn 4,500 during the year and introduced 7,000 as fresh capital, that is additional capital, on 1st July 2016. That means during the year he had introduced additional capital 7,000. A provision of 6% of debtors is to be prepared. Write-off depreciation on plant and machinery at 10%, and furniture and fixtures 15%. Interest on capital is to be followed 8%. Oh, there are a lot of adjustments with regard to that, so you have to do it very cautiously. So before we go further into the computation, what is the aspect that has to be identified in this question? That is, you have to find the profit. In order to find the profit, what do you have to prepare? Statement of profit or loss has to be prepared. So for preparation of statement of profit and loss, what do you have to find out? Opening capital and closing capital. From where you can get opening capital and closing capital? By preparing statement of affairs. So let us deal with that. First of all, let us begin with opening statement of affairs and closing statement of affairs. And previously we have learned about, first of all, preparing opening statement of affairs, and after that you will be preparing closing statement of affairs. But in this question we can do a peculiar method of preparing a statement of affairs. It is otherwise known as columnar form of preparing statement of affairs. So let us go through that. This was a question with regard to the computation which we are going to deal with. First of all, statement of affairs in a columnar form. So what is the meaning of statement of affairs? We know that. What is columnar form means? In a single statement you can prepare both the statement of affairs, opening statement of affairs and closing statement of affairs. Otherwise it is known as combined statement of affairs. You can prepare like this also, instead of preparing two individual statement of affairs. Just you have to be very cautious while identifying the opening capital and closing capital balances. So in the question, details of assets and liabilities given. Bank balance 2300, 2700. Record the amounts on the corresponding columns of the statement. That is the thing you have to be very cautious. So 2300 opening, 2700 closing. Next is cash balance. Opening is 400, closing is 700. Next is debtors. Opening is 6500, closing is 4600. Next is creditors. Opening is 3400, closing is 4800. After that, stock 3150 and 3650. And finally, plant and machinery 6000, 6000 same. Again one more item, furniture and fixtures 3000, 3000. So during the period there was no addition with regard to plant and machinery and furniture and fixtures. So statement of why we are preparing statement of affair? In order to identify opening capital and closing capital. So if you take the total of both sides, you can see that you will not get tally. Bring out the highest value in both sides. Here it is 21,350 in the first column, so write down the 21,350 in the first column also. In the second column, that is closing balance, you will get 20,650, the same as we recorded here also, 20,650. So if you take the difference in the liability side of statement of affairs, you can see that there is an opening and closing balances. That is 17,950 is the opening capital balance and 15,850 is the closing capital balance. I hope you have understand the concept. So this is a type of statement of affairs where both the opening and closing statements are combined together. So from this statement we have found the opening as well as closing capital balances. Once you identify the opening and closing capital balances, next you need to prepare statement of profit or loss for the year ended 31st March 2017. It is almost similar to the method which we have learned previously. The same method is followed here also. We will begin with closing capital. That is capital at the end 31/3/2017. The amount was 15,850. From that you need to add drawings during the year. In the question it was specifically mentioned that he had withdrawn 4,500 during the year. So write down 4,500. If you add 4,500 with 15,850, you will get 20,350. Next, you need to adjust the additional capital introduced during the year. Less additional capital introduced during year, that is 7,000, that has to be deducted. You will get 13,350. From this, if you adjust opening capital balance, that is 17,950, you will get 4,600. So one more thing, in the previous questions we have learned or computations has been done in which the opening capital will be smaller and the closing will be larger. But in this question, if you look closely, you can see that closing is smaller, opening is larger. That is, you have sustained loss because you will get a negative value. In the statement you can't use minus or plus signs. So instead you have to mention that loss during the period is 4,600. I hope you have understand how I have determined 4,600 as the loss during the period. If you have any queries with regarding to that, please contact me. Since the opening capital balance is S1 is greater than closing capital balance, you will definitely suffer loss, but you need to adjust the drawings and additional capital introduced to know the net effect. But from the computation you have found that you have sustained loss, because by adjusting the opening capital you will get a negative value, that is 4600. So loss during the period is 4600. Once this profit or loss is known as gross profit or gross loss. From this point onwards, you need to adjust the expenses and incomes during the period. In this question, there are some of the expenses and incomes specifically mentioned. You need to adjust those items also. So first of all, here the 4600 is a negative value or a gross loss, because opening capital is more than closing capital, the difference is loss. When there is loss, it further increases due to such adjustments given in the problem. Hence, these are added along with the loss. We have mentioned that, or we have learned about that statement in the previous slide, where what all items has to be added with gross loss, what all items had to be deducted from a gross loss. We have learned about that. Just follow those steps. So, first item is, in the question it is mentioned that 4500 drawings, 7000 additional capital, provision of 6% of debtors is to be prepared. A provision of 6% is to be prepared on debtors. So what is meant by provision for debtors? Provision means an amount set aside out of profit so as to meet the balance with regard to the business or during the operation. So in a provision, in every business, the businessman or the concern will set aside a certain amount of profit so as to meet any future bad debts. That is known as provision. So here in the question it is said that a provision of 6% of debtors is to be prepared. So in this question there are two debtors. Which debtors has to be taken? That is the confusion. Don't worry, take the closing balance, that is 4600. 4600 into 6%, you will get 276. Next one, depreciation on plant. In the question it is mentioned that depreciation on plant and machinery is 10%. Since the opening and closing balance is same, so just take the percentage of any value. So 6000 into 10%, you will get 600. Next one, depreciation on furniture and fixtures is 15%. Here also furniture and fixtures we have similar amount 3000. So 3000 into 15%, you will get 450. I hope you all know how to take the depreciation of certain asset. Depreciation means deduction in the value of a fixed asset due to wear and tear, passage of time, depletion, change of technology, and many of other reasons like that. Deduction in the value of fixed asset, that is known as depreciation. These are considered as expenses. Next one, and final item mentioned in the question is interest on capital is to be followed. Interest on capital is an expense, so it has to be mentioned. Here it is 8%. So how we are going to find the interest on capital, because it is a very tricky area. Interest on capital means interest provided to the whoever has introduced the capital is known as interest. So here there are different types of capital. Here opening capital is there, additional capital is there, closing capital is there. For which capital we are going to find interest? So remember, interest is provided for the amount invested in the business. So first of all, here the capital introduced during the period or opening capital balance is 17,950. That is, this amount is there during the entire financial year. So we have to provide interest for the full amount. So 17,950 into 8 percentage, you will get 1436. But apart from that, in the question it is mentioned that he had introduced additional capital of 7,000 on 1st July 2016. So whenever any additional capital introduced, we have to provide interest for that amount also. But in the question it is mentioned that it was introduced on 1st July 2016. So you need not have to provide interest for the whole year, but you have to provide interest from 1st July onwards, that is July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March, that is 9 months. So you have to provide interest for 7,000 for 9 months. That is simple. 7,000 into 8 percentage, that is 8 by 100 into 9 divided by 12. That is how you have to find the interest or anything for a certain period during a year. That is a method for finding. So 7,000 into 9 by 12, because out of 12 9 months has to be interest has to be given. 9 by 12 into 8 by 100, you will get 420. So this is a total interest that has to be paid, that is 1,856. So interest on capital, it has an expense, so it has to be added. So 1856. So this is 4,600 is gross loss. From the gross loss, you need to adjust all these items. So by adding 276, 600, 450 and 1856, you will get 3182. Since this is a gross loss, you need to add all the expenses with gross loss. So you will get 7782. This is the net loss during the period. So this is how you have to find out the net profit or net loss. See, it is net profit or net loss. Previously we have learned about how to find gross profit or gross loss. This additional step is an extra adjustment in this case. So you need to adjust these expenses and income so as to know the gross net profit or net loss during the period. So this is how you have to deal with statement of profit and loss account, profit or loss, and statement of affairs. I hope you have understand the concept. Go through the concepts and statements, and in this case we can even further prepare a final statement of affairs. Final statement of affairs means how a final statement can be prepared on the basis of all these information. So this is how the statement will be. Actually in this question you need to find until this point, because in the question you are asked to find net profit or net loss. So you need to prepare only up to here. There are no information or anything regarding preparation of final statement of affairs, but for the time being let us discuss how to prepare. You need not have to worry about it. Just for the time being we are discussing final statement of affairs as on 31/3/2017. So we all know statement of affairs means only assets and liabilities. So let us begin with first one, assets. Assets, bank balance closing is 2,700 because it is a final statement of affairs. Final statement of affairs means you may confuse that. Here we have prepared a statement of affairs. It consists of opening and closing. Here closing is just like a final statement. But what is the difference between this closing statement of affairs and final statement of affairs? What is the difference? Both the statements are prepared at the end of the period. Then what is the difference? The difference is this is a typical closing statement of affair on the basis of information or estimates. But this one is a final statement of affairs that is prepared on the basis of estimates as well as additional informations during the period with regard to expenses or incomes. That is the difference between a final statement of affair and statement of closing statement. Here this one is closing statement of affair. You need not worry about this one. You have to prepare only this one and the statement of profit or loss. Don't need to worry about this one. I am just discussing for understanding the differences between what is the statement of affairs, opening statement of affairs, closing statement of affairs, and finally the final statement of affairs. So from bank case, we are, if you go through the question, we haven't found any adjustment with regard to bank, so just record bank 2700, cash in hand 700, sundry debtors, here it is 4600. See the difference between a closing statement and a final statement. In closing statement we just record only 4600, but in final statement we have to adjust, just like a balance sheet where provision for doubtful debts has to be deducted. So 4600 minus 276, you will get 4324. This is the closing debtors, final closing debtors. So after that, creditors is there. So let us deal with asset side. Stock in trade 3650, plant and machinery closing 6000. See here plant and machinery in the closing 6000, but here we have adjusted depreciation. It was an additional information. Depreciation on plant is 600. If you deduct from that, you will get 5400. And next one, furniture and fixtures, closing balance is 3000. See here we have recorded only 3000, but in the final statement we have adjusted depreciation, so 2550. After that, let us go to the liability side. First one, creditors. There are no information or additional information with regard to creditors, 4800. The only additional information with regard to creditors means provision for discount received or discount received from creditors likewise. In this question there are no information like that. Next one, opening capital. Capital amount is there. Opening capital is 17,950. You have to add additional capital 7,000, add interest on capital 1,856, less drawings 4,500. From that you need to adjust loss during the period, then you will get 14,524. Don't mix this computation with this one, because this one is statement of profit or loss during the period. Here it is final statement of affairs, that is a final capital balance at the end of the year. For finding the capital balance at the end of the year as per the final statement of affairs is almost similar to the preparation of a balance sheet capital. In a balance sheet capital we will begin with opening capital, add additional capital, add interest on capital, less drawings, less net loss. Here it is loss, so we deduct. If it was net profit, you would have add the amount. So here net loss, you will get the closing capital 14,524. So if you add together these two sides, you will get a total balance of 19,324. You will get a tally amount. So remember, in this question there was no mentioning about preparation of final statement of affairs. For the time being and for the understanding purpose, I am just mentioning only this statement. Only you have to prepare statement of affairs, opening, closing, and statement of profit or loss during the period. This is just for the sort of understanding. I hope you have understand the concepts of statement of affairs in the columnar form and the statement of profit and loss by adjusting expenses and income, and here it is a case of a gross loss. I hope you understand the concept, how interest on capital is charged, how depreciation is charged, and I hope you have understand everything. If you have any queries, please let me know. We will discuss about the further cases and adjustments and practical questions in the next sessions.